Emilio Aguinaldo Fami was born on March 22, 1869 in El Viejo, also known as Kawit, Cavite, now in the Philippines, and died on February 6, 1964 in Quezon City. He was a Filipino revolutionary, statesman, and military leader, who is the youngest and the first president of the Philippines. His birthplace was within a prominent and affluent family of landowners in the region. Emilio Aguinaldo's education was primarily informal, typical of many Filipino of his time. He received early schooling under private tutors and later attended the Colegio de San Juan de Letran in Manila for a brief period. Emilio Aguinaldo's pre-presidency career was defined by his role as a revolutionary leader and military strategist during the Philippine Revolution against Spanish rule. His early experiences and leadership in the struggle for independence laid the foundation for his subsequent presidency and continued involvement in Philippine politics. On June 12, 1898, Aguinaldo proclaimed Philippine independence in Kawit, Cavite, marking a significant milestone in the country's history.
Nanunumpa naman tayong lahat ng buong taimtim na ito'y mamahalin at ipagtatanggol hanggang sa kauli-uli ang patak ng ating dugo.
Now, let us talk about the achievements of President Aguinaldo during his presidency. During his time, he led his country to achieve independence after fighting off both Spanish and the Americans.
Let me tell you the story of his achievements and how he became the first president of the Philippines. Eager to fight for the cause of Philippine independence, in 1895, Aguinaldo took up with a secret society of revolutionaries headed by fellow Lodge member Andres Bonifacio. When a rival faction executed Bonifacio in 1897, Aguinaldo assumed total leadership of the revolution against Spain. By December 1897, Aguinaldo had managed to reach the Truce of Biak na Bato with Spain. He and his rebels agreed to a surrendering of arms and accepted exile to Hong Kong in exchange for amnesty, indemnity, and liberal reform. Back in Cavite, Aguinaldo forcibly set up a provisional dictatorship. After meeting with the Malolos Congress and drafting a constitution for a new republic on June 12, 1898, Aguinaldo at last declared Philippine independence. Announced from his hometown of Kawit, Aguinaldo's proclamation put an end to 4 centuries of Philippine oppression under Spanish colonial rule. In January of the following year, dressed in a white suit at the Barosayan Church in Malolos City, Aguinaldo was sworn in as the first president of the new self-governed Philippine Republic. To add, he was also the youngest president at the age of 28 and the youngest leader of the armed forces of the Philippines, or what they called the Sandatahang Lakas ng Pilipinas, who defended the country against foreign invaders and helped people in times of disaster. Fun fact, he was also the longest living president who died at the age of 94 years old.
Now we will proceed to analyze the legacy of President Emilio Aguinaldo, and we will discuss both positive and negative aspects throughout their term. During Emilio Aguinaldo's presidency, 2 significant events ignited controversy, and it is the execution of Andres Bonifacio and General Antonio Luna. Emilio Aguinaldo's administration was fraught with disagreement, clouded in secrecy, and sullied with odious acts that continue to hang over his memory even today. In the killing of Andres Bonifacio, aka the father of the Philippine Revolution, alongside capturing then later killing Antonio Luna, he showed complete disregard for revolution principles and employed cutthroat means to maintain control. The ultimately death of Bonifacio and the untimely death of Luna bring out the dangers of excessive power and the moral betrayals of power politics. Aguinaldo's presidency, once thought of as a guiding star for freedom, has turned into an illustration of how leadership can lack honesty and pathos. To date, Those happenings still leave us puzzled whether he really means well when championing for fairness and stain his name in the records of the Philippine history. In the ongoing debate surrounding Emilio Aguinaldo's legacy, his actions continue to inspire diverse perspectives, leaving his status as either a traitor or a hero open to interpretation.
Emilio Aguinaldo led a revolutionary movement against the Spanish colonial government in the Philippines. He cooperated with the U.S. during the Spanish-American War, but subsequently broke with the U.S. and led a guerrilla campaign against U.S. authorities during the Philippine-American War. Aguinaldo defeated Spanish forces in several battles and rose to become the leader of Katipunan.
Emilio Aguinaldo is the first and youngest president of the Philippines from 1899 to 1901. He won against Andres Bonifacio with his 146 votes. Aguinaldo is known for being a good general even before he became a president. He was a war frontliner, winning the Battle of Binakayan and Battle of Alapan. His achievement during his presidency were the Philippines' declaration of independence from Spain on June 12, 1898 in his mansion in Kawit, Cavite. Emilio also created the first Philippine Constitutional Republic in Biak na Bato, Malolos, Bulacan. He also had a condition with the Spaniards to be exiled in Hong Kong in exchange of 800 pesos and the Spaniards to be good to the Filipinos, but this did not happen because of the Spaniards. One of his most controversial issues were the death orders for Andres Bonifacio that he signed in his letter for General Luna to go to Cabanatuan for a talk with him, but instead he was executed by General Pantaleon Garcia and other Katipuneros with him.